Okay, my name's Tony. This is a video for the MyGolf GPS rangefinder. If you have just bought one of our devices and weren't supplied with a CD-ROM, or if you bought a GPS rangefinder from us and have the old version 1 software, then what you'll need to do is go to the mygolfgps.com website. Here you'll be able to download the latest software and then install it on your computer. So if you go to mygolfgps.com, this is the main page. If you click on support, and if you click on software, and then choose the device that you have, which is probably the Mars 100. If you click on Mars 100 driver, you don't always have to download the driver, but in this case I will. So it's asking me about file download. Do you want to open or save this file? The file name is going to be called usbdriver.zip. So that's a zipped file. This file is telling me that it's 2.26 megabytes. If it hadn't been zipped, the file could be quite considerably larger. So we'll talk about zip in a few minutes. So the first thing to do, the best thing to do, is click on save, and depending on which version of Windows you've got, it will ask you where do you want to save as or save in. You could choose desktop or my documents or documents or a folder called downloads. Everybody's computer is going to be different, so in this case I'll click on desktop, and it's telling me here that the file is called usbdriver.zip. So this is the file that's actually going to be downloaded. So if I click on save, you might, if you've got Windows Vista or Windows 7, be asked about what kind of file or file type. If it says application, that's probably the correct version. So if you click on save, and here we can see it's downloading the file, and this will vary on different people's internet connection. And it will say download complete, and what I'll do is I'll close that box, and then I'll go straight to Mars 100 application. Application is a posh word for program or computer program or software. If I click on that, and again it's going to do the same thing, it's going to say where do you want to save that file. So if I click save, it's best always to save rather than open, so that you save the file to your computer first. If you click on open, it will try to save then open, and that's where problems can quite often happen. So you're probably best clicking on save, and again it's asking me to save. Where's the file going to be saved? As long as you remember where the file's saved, so that as I said before, it could be desktop, my documents, downloads, as long as you remember where you've saved the file to. And this file is going to be called Mars 100 application.zip. That's not always going to be the same. As the programmers update software and things, they can rename files. So in this case we're going to just leave it as is and click save. And again, depending on whether you've got wireless or a hardwired connection, can take seconds or a bit longer. And if I'm going to close this window, it's told me to download complete, I'll click close. Now if I minimize all the windows, this is my desktop screen, and I've got all of my icons, and I've got these two files here. Now everybody's computer is going to be totally different. If you've got Windows Vista or Windows 7, you'll probably be able to handle these files without any extra downloading. If your computer doesn't recognize what to do with that zip file, you might need to download an extra piece of software. The most popular programs are called WinZip or WinRAR, and you can download trial versions of those, but the one I'd recommend, which is free, if you do Google search and look for 7-zip, download that program and install it, and then you'll be able to open up a zipped file, and that will come in handy in future. Right, I've done a Google search there, and the top thing that's been shown is this 7zip.org. So if I click on 7-zip, I can download lots of different files. In this case I'll download the MSI file. And here it's telling me it's about to download a file, and you need to be sure that you're downloading it from a safe source. In this case it's sourceforge.net, which I can recommend. So if you click on download file, and again it's asking me, am I sure I want to download this file? I'm going to click save. Again it asks me where do I want to save the file. It's going to save to the desktop in this case, so I'll say OK, save, and I'll close that file. So if I minimize that, now if you're one of those lucky people who've got Windows Vista or Windows 7, what you can do with the USB driver file is if you right click, it gives me the option to extract here, and hopefully what it will do is create a new folder, and it will extract all the files that I need into that folder. So if I close that window, do the same again, click on the application, which is the actual version 2 software. So if I right click, extract here, now what we've done is we've turned these two files, the driver and the application, into two new folders. And like I said in the earlier instructions, you install the driver simply by double clicking on that file. Once that's done, if you double click on the application by clicking on that file, double click on that, and then you'll have the version 2 software plus the driver, and hopefully that's some help. If you haven't had a program that can unzip them, all you would do then is install this file, which is called 7-zip. So if you run that,